Hey everybody, Ramblin' Pam here. We're going to be starting out this morning in Buckeye, Arizona. We'll be driving about 12 miles outside of town to the intersection of Agua Caliente and the Southern Pacific Trail. From there, we'll be driving along the old Southern Pacific Railroad tracks to the 1995 Sunset Limited derailment site.
This is a through road.
In 1,000 feet, you will arrive at your destination.
We've been driving along the Southern Pacific Trail here. These tracks over here used to be Southern Pacific and now they're Union Pacific, I believe. But you can see there's a lot of trains on the siding here. This is Harqua, right?
Correct.
Correct. And why is it that they have all these train cars out here?
These train cars, well, first off, the Phoenix line from Phoenix down to the Yuma area is no longer used.
Okay.
So when they have a bunch of rail cars that they don't know what to do with, they put them on unused track to store them.
Okay.
So all of these rail cars, these auto rack that we've been looking at, are stored here.
Okay, so these are auto cars, okay.
Yes.
These are, I noticed they're from all over the place, like Canadian Pacific and Kansas City and Norfolk and all over. So they come from everywhere, huh?
Yes, they do, and railroads share the car. They
Okay.
use what's handy. They just report it to each other via computer and use it.
Oh, okay. On this side here, I don't want to make you dizzy. Here, there's a lot of broken glass and old cans, so this would be a dump from all the people that used to live out here or stay out here. I don't know if it's railroad employees or who it was that was out here. Probably people that work for the railroad, though. All around here, there's foundations over here.
Okay, the foundation I'm standing on, and again, this is kind of speculation, but some experience tells me that with this hallway, I'll call it that, down the middle of this building, this would have been a crew's quarter for either a section crew, maintenance crew, derailment crew, whatever they would want to have midway on this rail line. The people would live here.
Okay.
For low and traction control off. Hey, that's what we've got.
there's a 1 foot ledge on this, Jake. I don't think so.
We're going to try this again?
Yep. I just want to make sure everybody can make it here.
Okay. You said there's like a 1 foot ledge up here.
Yeah, it's more than 1 foot.
Okay.
If you come straight back, you can get a run and start forward.
I don't like this. There's too much of a chance for something to go wrong with either one of us.
Okay.
We decided not to risk getting stuck or worse, so we turned around, backtracked a little bit, and took the trail under the trestle to the other side of the tracks. My seatbelt grabbed when you... 30 years ago this year, on October 9th, 1995, an Amtrak train, the Sunset Limited, was traveling westbound in the early morning hours just outside of Buckeye, Arizona, when suddenly the train left the tracks. 4 cars fell some 30 feet to the ravine below. Car attendant Mitchell Bates was killed. 78 passengers were injured, 12 of them seriously. 25 were hospitalized. These are actual photos from the derailment. We finally made it down here to the derailment site, and it happened right back over here. This is the mile marker on the bridge. Not all the numbers are visible anymore.
This is where I believe the second passenger car derailed right up here and hit right up here and broke part of the embankment.
And then fell down here.
Yeah,
right over here.
Concrete's right down there.
Yeah.
They have some steps there for the track crew to get up there and maintain the trestle.
Oh,
And
okay.
they have some boards walking across there to get up there and maintain it.
Oh, okay.
And you can see right here where they've done some reinforcement on the ties to hold up the tracks.
Oh, okay.
If they were ever going to put passenger train through here again, all these trestles would have to be rebuilt.
This is from the top down off to the side.
Okay, for the derailment purposes, back in 96, somebody supposedly had knowledge of how tracks work, and they jumped the bonding wires that would normally have been on the rail. This is a bonding wire, and since this is sectional track, it guarantees electricity from one piece of track to another. Since the tracks were separated, it breaks the bond, so they jumped the bond, or jumped the tracks, so that the electricity would still show for any electric signals.
Oh, okay.
So possibly they disconnected this and then pried it across and reconnected the bonding wires. So
Okay.
it didn't give them a red signal.
Oh, okay. And that's why the train kept going.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
And you can see right here you only can see 200 feet ahead
Yeah.
each place. You can't see very far ahead.
Oh, okay. Very good.
When you're looking looking at a derailment, you can see where the car is on the ground here. The wheels have cut into the tie here. And these are old cut-in ties. And you can follow these all the way back to where the first car went off the tracks. And that's what the investigators look at here, the cut in the ties.
Oh, okay.
So you can see where they first went in the ground. So they're on the ground here, and it keeps going all the way here. Probably goes all the way down to where they stopped.
Okay. And then, okay, yeah. And we see these here. Same thing.
So they're on the ground here.
So at this point, the train has derailed.
Right. And this could be from another derailment, but, you know, these are old ties, so this may be from 1995 derailment.
Oh, okay. As we talked about earlier, whoever did this overrode the railroad safety system. So as he rounded the curve, the engineer had no idea what was coming. This is where the train rounded the curve just before derailing. This derailment was similar to a 1939 derailment in the middle of the desert near Harney, Nevada. There was an article published in this magazine about the 1939 case in the fall of 1995, not long before this derailment occurred. Some believe this derailment of the Sunset Limited could have been a copycat. Whether this was an act of terrorism or an act of revenge is unknown. Either way, it does appear to have been intentional. 30 years later, this case remains unsolved. The FBI still has an open case on the investigation. After we looked around some more, we decided it was time to start heading back.